weekend, I found myself, I was up in northern Wisconsin with my family. We went to visit my brother's girlfriend's cabin, which is really beautiful. It's only about an hour and a half away, which was really nice. And so we went, and it was such a beautiful weekend. And I found myself just taking these moments in between whatever we were doing, whether it was playing board games or changing diapers with Eiley or whatever we were doing, just to breathe, just to be in the moment. And what's so amazing to me, and I wonder if you guys notice this, like how quickly you can get to that very centered place. You can get to that place of, oh my gosh, I know who I am. Okay, I can feel myself. I can feel the rhythm of my heart. I can feel the rhythm of everything that's going on with me. I can experience that. That is from doing this practice. And we don't need to have it be really elaborate. And it might feel, I mean, I like the elaborate. I will tell you, I like that feeling of like really letting go and floating in that stillness, or floating outward and feeling everyone. I love that experience. But I don't have to have it to be doing the work. I don't have to feel like it is an event. What we really are working towards, hi Robin, hi Gail, hi Brianna, hi everybody. What we are really working towards is the opportunity where our breath, even when we're not conscious of it, is keeping us connected. That is really what this is about. That is really, really what this is about. And Elaine, you said, I didn't think I was under that much stress, but was just diagnosed with TMJ and teeth grinding. Please breathe with me. Yes, right? And it's interesting you bring that up, because I was noticing I started in the last 2 weeks, I was grinding my teeth, and I had to put in my bite block, which I haven't used in years. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize it either. And so we will definitely breathe with you and just realize we're in a release. And so one of the cool things that I want to share before we jump into the meditation, which we'll do at 12:10. We'll start on that. Hello, everybody. I'm glad you're on. Is that last week, did you notice how stressed out you got at different points? Like on the night, no matter what you knew, no matter what you were told, me too, again, not pointing fingers, but that feeling of, I know that this is like a marathon, not a sprint, right? I knew it going into it. I knew that there would be no results on election night. I knew that. And yet by 11 o'clock, I was starting to feel like, I had all the stories, literally had all the stories running in my head. And I couldn't breathe, and I was just panicked, and I was worried. And then, I finally calmed down, and I was like, right, this is a long game, Nea. You can't be balancing this out as a normal election night. It's not that simple, right? So I'm like, okay, I calm down. Then I'd get myself amped up again. I'd watch something or hear something or talk to somebody, or getting like literally right up in my head. And the reason I am saying this is, in spite of what I know, I still went there, right? And I really want us all to be aware of that, because more and more and more, that is what is coming up to be brought into our consciousness. Is how many of you know the idea that my thoughts create my reality? Right? How many of you are aware of that? You're aware that my thoughts create my reality. And yet, where do we put our thoughts? We worry, we panic, we stress. We do not take the time to vision. We do not take the time to hold our energy in what we want to create. We're too busy trying to manage our fears, right? But at the same time, like, we know that this is true. And what are we doing? We're doing the exact opposite, because there's this part of us is like, well, I just don't want to screw it up. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to not think about something I should be worried about. So it's like it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. We kind of get into this this psychological uh, hole that that it feeds itself. And what we are being invited into is to do a pattern interrupt. The pattern is our thought process. The pattern is relying on what we think we can handle. It's like the addict who goes to the bar and says, I can just have one today. I can just have one today. Like the idea that we can just worry a little bit really is part of our problem. And so this practice that we are doing, this meditation, which we'll start in just a second, is really part of that pattern interrupt. And so we need to do this every day. We need to be engaged in this practice. And I can say it 50 ways from Sunday, but we tend to think only in it relieves the pain. But really what it is doing is it is creating new neural pathways, new ways for us to process and be in and of the world. That is what the practice is. So I will capture what I just said. Pardon the mess. I just realized I have children's Halloween candy everywhere up here. It's so funny. I don't eat any of it, but we have like 5 pumpkins for a non-existent Halloween experience. We have a ton. So just know that I will go through and gather that information and repost it. But I really this week that is my ask of you to pay attention to the things that you know that you completely disregard, because that idea that you need to worry, you need to be concerned, that worry and concern are the same things, right? And I don't want you to do anything about it. I just want you to notice it. I just want you to be aware of the cycle that gets you going. I am more aware of it. I was in it, seeing it, experiencing it, talking myself out, like getting myself out of it and doubling down on it simultaneously. Like it was crazy making. And that's where last week I talked about it being like moguls. If you've ever seen somebody doing moguls with skis, it's like up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I was through that whole thing like 50,000 times. And I'm like, oh my gosh, where am I? And the truth is that the truth is in the breath. The truth is within you, that you choose your joy, you choose your happiness, you choose what gets your attention. And when you choose that, then we are actually engaged in the energy of creation rather than management. That is a big deal. Managing our fears versus creating our vision. And so I'm just feeling so called to talk about this. And it's just important work. So let's meditate, because I could talk about this all day. I'm gonna I thought I did something. 1 second, you guys, I apologize. I thought I had this. I did not. All right, we're gonna go here. So we just have this opportunity to do things differently, and let's do it differently. Because if we think that it really matters, I mean, there are things that do matter, right? I'm not saying that the president doesn't matter, or that like, for example, I just need to talk about this for a minute, because it's not about politics. It's not about that. It's about how we feel, right? And if you are feeling blocked and powerless and disengaged, right? Then what is the likelihood of you to show up in your life in the way that you are aligned to it, right? It's designed to depress and oppress, right? To push down that spirit. And now we are if it helps, the idea that this is more open, that you feel, yes, it's not because of who's in charge, it's because we are feeling more open. And someday we may get to this point where we realize that it doesn't matter who, that we always have a choice. We're just not collectively there yet. But one of the ways that we can get to that is by breathing. So we're going to do that right now. Let's go ahead and take some deep breaths. It's like take 5 really good breaths before we begin, just really coming into our body. Imagining as you're breathing in this beautiful warm white light that is just filled and infused with love and appreciation for this body, for this moment, for this life. We breathe it in, and it's like mana to our cells, to our muscles, to our bones, to our mind. We relax. As we breathe in, we feel this love wash over and through us. And every part of this body, every part of this vessel opens to receive. And we relax our jaw, our head, our neck, our back, our hips, our legs, our knees, our feet. We just relax, enjoying our body, grateful for this body. And we breathe in this light, feeling this light move into every cell with every inhale, moving in and through us. And we relax in the exhale. And this time, as we breathe in, we feel ourselves breathe in and past our mind, in and past our thoughts, just falling away, falling back away from all the noise of the mind. Finding that still, quiet place within. And we relax as we float in the quiet. Letting our thoughts just do whatever they do. Feeling ourselves fall into that quiet place where it's so still, so peaceful, opening in this now moment. And we breathe. Letting this peace wash over and through us. It nourishes our entire physical form, our mental and emotional bodies, allowing us to relax and open into the field of energy that surrounds us. When we are relaxed and connected with this divine source of infinite possibilities, we relax and open. And it's this idea of opening, of expanding, this experience that brings us into alignment with God, with Spirit, with the universe. And our breath is in alignment. And our thoughts fall into alignment. Our emotions are in alignment. And we relax in this. For it is all God, everything. And we are a part of it all. And we breathe into this connection, feeling our physical bodies relax and open. opening outward into the energetic field that surrounds us. We feel our breath move in through our nose, down into our lungs, expanding into our physical body, and out. But we are also breathing with the world around us, breathing in through every cell of our body, the energy that flows around us, breathing it into our body. And as we exhale outward, feeling the porousness of our vessel. Feeling how strong and clear we are vibrating. Our field of energy alive, open, and enlivened in the breath. And we feel our connection with Mother Earth beneath our feet, feeling her love rise up in and around us. A part of us. We feel connected, loved, loved as her child, as a child of this beautiful planet. We breathe her love into our body, filling up, letting it wash over and through every cell of our being. And as we exhale this love outward so that every creature, every life form on this planet knows that we are a part of this ecosystem. We are breathing with life, allowing love to move in and through us, shaping our experience, opening and expanding our connection. And we breathe. From this very centered, very clear place, we bring our attention above our physical form, our energetic form, to our connection to the quantum field, where we experience that which gave energy and form and idea to life. The light, the vibration of Spirit of God moving in and through us, awake and alive to the Christ consciousness that is brighter than our sun, flowing into our vessel. And we drink it in until every cell, every part of our vessel is quenched. Breathing it down into Mother Earth, all of this love, this light that is life-giving, We are full in it. We are fulfilled in it. And we acclimate by relaxing and opening, letting this light move effortlessly through us, radiating outward into the consciousness of humanity, into life, and we feel connected with all living things, allowing this awareness to move in and through our cells, through our DNA, awakening our connection with all. And we breathe, feeling the rhythm of life move in and through us. The light of the Christ consciousness emanating from every cell of our being, radiating outward, bringing light into the darkness, into the fear, into the doubt, into the worry. And we breathe. It is in our breath that we may experience this connection. And it is in the breath that we share this experience with all of the beings that we are connected with. Feeling it radiate outward from our current place into our home or our office, wherever we are. Feeling this light fill that space. And then moving outward from there into the neighborhood, the surrounding areas. Breathing, allowing the light to radiate gently and powerfully from our vessel outward into the neighborhoods, sharing light and brightness, awakening the light, the desire to breathe and be in connection for all human beings, radiating outward into your community, feeling this beautiful ball of light that you are radiating move outward gently into the world around you, down into Mother Earth, up into and around the airspace, up into the ethers, moving outward into the state that you live in. Outward to embrace and enfold your entire country, continent, the oceans, the waters, down deep into the earth, feeling the life and the light move through every tree, every blade of grass, every bit of decay, all of this part and parcel to your experience, into the mountains, to the snow, feeling it move with the wind, to the continent, moving outward, completely connecting the hemispheres, embracing the poles, the equator, everything, feeling the depths of the oceans and the height of the mountains. And we breathe. We breathe the harmony of life, allowing this to bring us a sense of peace and well-being, wholeness, and a reminder that it is through the breath that we experience our oneness with the divine, our oneness with each other. And it is in this energetic frequency that we may bless. It is in your power to do so, to bless the earth, the waters, the animals, the fishes, the insects, all of humanity, the children, the elderly, all people. Let us bless them with the light of God, with life itself. All of the animals, all of nature, blessing and honoring our desire to become harmonious with one another. And breathe. Dear beloved ones, we are breathing with you, expanding your awareness of your own vessel, your own capacity. Many of you not believing that you have been doing the work, and yet you are breathing. You are willing and bringing yourself back to the breath, back to the question of who am I? Who am I? What must I do? What must be? And you breathe and you come to this experience of being. It is beyond your doing. Your being does you, dear ones. It moves through you, shaping you in your willingness to experience light and love and wholeness and holiness in yourself and in all things. Honor who you are in this moment, that you may come to understand who it is that you truly are. Your stories of limitation, of who you believe yourself to be, of who you are allowed to be, falling away, leaving you to your own power, your own creative force awakening within each and every one of you. Awakening that you may practice in new ways. Bring your attention to your breath several times a day. Just to breathe, not to fix or be fixed, but to bring yourself to the truth of you that is already whole and holy. Aware of the stories that your mind is telling you, aware of the stories that the many minds are telling you. It is not for you to control, but for you to awaken from. And we breathe with you as you are doing this, dear ones, honoring you, your willingness in your breathing. Now, at this time, it would seem the desire to put your effort up, to begin to take up the mantle of warrior, of driver, of manager. We wish for you instead to breathe, to experience the power moving in and through you. The more you open, the more you experience a love, a compassion, a clarity that all is you, that that which you fight against is you, that those who are creating disharmony are also you. And as you breathe, you come to see and experience this and extend love, compassion, to restrain from judgment and to seek understanding, to envision wholeness and holiness in all things. We honor and bless you in this experience and in your willingness to remain in your experience. Blessings to you, dear ones. Allow yourself to take some deep breaths, gently bringing your attention back to this moment, remaining connected, remaining in the breath, in your growing awareness that you are always connected, that you are always breathing, that it is your breath that is connecting you and helping you remain in alignment. Gently bringing your hands before you, offering your blessing to yourself, to your fellows, to the world around you, for this work, for the life that you have that allows you to experience and be in and vibrate in this work. Gently rubbing your hands together. Bringing the palms of your hands up to your eyes, gently bringing your awareness back to this moment. Oh, Mm. I'm just feeling very um, expanded. I'll say that. That's a good word. Like I'm here, 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 here. I'm everywhere. It was beautiful meditation today. And the practice, the reminder to bring your attention to your breath this week. And I'm going to encourage you. I'm going to encourage each of you to set your clock, your timers, or your alarms. Set an alarm for 3 times a day where you bring your attention, and you can set a timer for this for 5 minutes. 5 minutes to just breathe and be in that vibrational connection, to breathe and be in connection with your own energetic knowing, and see that expand outward. Allow yourself to be that channel for this divine light. It moves in and through you. You are already attuned to it. You are already vibrating in it. It's bringing your attention to it that you become aware and are seeing and experiencing it. Does that make sense? Hi, Erin. I'm glad you're on. Hi, Kathy. So I really want to invite you to do that this week. And let's check in. Let's check in because it's so easy to move into our isolation, and we are kind of moving into a very yin time. And it's like, I'm going to say it's the yin of yin. It's like the darkest dark side. It's like the darkest dark side, and I don't mean dark like gruesome or evil or that. Yin is about going within and having this quiet introspective time. It's about coming to know ourselves, right? We are starting this, and this week is kind of the kickoff for it. And I don't know when spring's going to come exactly, right? This year it could be early, it could be late, it doesn't matter. We need to go within. So when we do that, sometimes we kind of move into this way of being on autopilot. I'm really going to encourage you not to do that. I want you to build a practice of connecting in and to listening, or to connecting several times a day, at least three times a day, 5 minutes each time. Connecting. You can bless. You can do it. Just be willing to do it. Is everyone willing to do that? Is is everyone willing to set the alarms on your phones or wherever in your house on your computer to do this at least 3 times a day? And let's try it for the next week. It doesn't matter when it is. It could be when you wake up, it could be lunch, it could be dinner. I don't care. But I want to know if you're willing to do it. Yes. Wonderful. Ginger, wonderful, wonderful. I am going to ask each and every one of you to check in. I will post something. I'm going to set those up so that they post, and you'll check in and let us know. I know that the attention span of the average American is like a nanosecond, right? Me too. So we have to be willing to post, to be willing to do this, and see how it feels in our body, see how we are feeling. Because the thing is that if you need me to do this, right? If you need me, then we haven't done anything, right? That's not what it's about. It's not about creating more dependence. It's about creating independence, and to bring our connection to each other where we are connected and dependent on our own vessel, right? So this is the important thing. Like I could create a whole bunch of devotional situations, like you're gonna meet with me, you're gonna pay me $5 a day, we're gonna do this. Like I could do it, but literally every time I even think about that, it is so of an old era, and we are moving into how can we know who we are, know ourselves, and be in connection? How can we do that? We can't do that if you're deferring your power, whether it's to me, whether it's to whoever you believe in religiously, whoever you believe in politically. If your power, if your sense of well-being, if your sense of security is dependent on someone else being in alignment with you, then we're moving in the wrong direction. So now we must move in the direction of inner knowing, inner wisdom, radiant light. And the more that we do this, more people will see this, more people will come to this. So we must move in that direction. So we thank you, Kathy. Oh, I love that. I love the little prayer hands. I really do. So let's do that and let's check in with each other. All right. Let's be the community that we are desiring instead of waiting until we need each other. Let's be the community that is calling each other up to our best selves, calling each other up to the table and saying, right, I'm struggling with this. What can I do? Or here's what I need. This community is an amazing group of women, amazing, and men, but predominantly women. And now is the time.